Hi guys, here I am again. We're going through some more geometry of blocks and surface area and prisms, volume, that kind of thing. So we're going to be using the website again on CPM in order to kind of help construct and build some of these shapes. So first we can see here, we've got these views of how the blocks are going to look, but we don't actually know how many blocks we have. So that's what I'm going to do first, and I just kind of have this set up so that we'll still be able to see the views and try to match everything up. So on the first one, we're going to try and build it using the smallest number of blocks possible. So we can see our front view, we should see 2 blocks tall. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to match these all up so that they're all 2 blocks on the front. So the middle will all be 3 blocks tall. And then we'll kind of delete blocks out so that we can get everything to look correctly. So then we'll have another 2 blocks tall here and here. And that way, when we look at the front, we can see, sure enough, that's what it looks like. Now our next view is the top view. And right now, everything's filled in. And we can see that based on this, this drawing here, the top view, I should have blanks in the front row and the back row of that, on here. So what I'm going to need to do then is go back, and I need to not have any blocks in the front row here and the back row. Oops. I gotta turn this a little bit, maybe, if it'll let me. Come on, you. I don't know why it won't let me turn these. I'm gonna delete one more here. There we go. So we still can see the front view looks the same, and now the top view, we can see it kind of makes this T shape, sideways T shape. Okay, and then from the right, we want to see, so let me look from the right. For the right now looks just like the front, and that's because of how many bricks we used. So we can see on the side here, we've still got our 2 tall, we've still got our 3 tall, but now we need to have only 1 tall. So we need to get rid of one of these guys. So we're going to do that in that side. Let's take a look. Isometric. I need to get rid of, here again, it won't let me really, let me see here. There we go. So I can get rid of it, and now our right view looks the same. So have we used as few blocks as possible? Let me see if I make this bigger. Why won't you let me? There we go. It seems as though we're pretty close that we've used as few blocks as possible. However, we could, when we look at our front view, let's see, we need to have 2 blocks tall in the front in order for the right side to have 2 blocks tall, but we don't necessarily need, come here you, 2 blocks tall here. So we should still have the same front view. We should still have the same right view, and we should still have the same top view. But now we have 1 slightly less block than we had before. So we want to try and then go through and fill out our block plan, our mat plan for this design. So we can see we've got no blocks, come on you, no blocks here and here, and no blocks here and here. What else do we have? We have 2 blocks tall. Let's see here, do I need to have 2 blocks tall there? Let's see here, if I was to delete this block out, oh yeah, then from the front I would lose a block. So yes, I do need to have a block there. All right, so I need 2 blocks here and 3 blocks here, and we said 2 blocks here, but then we could get away with 1, and then I believe on the far right, or back corner, we had to do, come on, there we go. Yeah, the back corner, we had to do 1 and 1. All right, so 1 more block right there. So then we want to know, what is the volume of the solid? So we've got 3 plus 2 makes 5, plus 2 more makes 7, plus 2 more makes 9. So we have 9 cubic units, or units cubed, for that. And actually we've already drawn our mat plan, so there we go. And then it says, oh no, Heidi accidentally dropped her entire solid into a bucket of paint. What is the surface area of the solid? So what we mean by that is, what is the amount of bricks, how many blocks do we see showing in this? So we're going to kind of count these out. So we can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on the front, 15 squares. And so then what we need to do, I think this is, can I turn this? Oh yeah, that's going to make a big mess. So let me see here. So from our isometric view, oops, struggling with this thing a little bit. I just deleted one on accident, didn't I? There we go. Right, that's how that was. Yeah, okay. I wasn't paying attention. So we can see from our front view, this is how it looks. So now we need to turn this thing around and look at it from the back. So we were able to, let's see here, we did and if we turn this around and look at it from the other side, we already did the tops. Can I get this thing to turn? These extra marks are making it kind of hard to see. Here we go. So we already did all the tops, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 again, and that we are able to see. Oops. And so then, did we get everything? Have we got all of the surface area? And we're very, very close. The only thing that we're missing then would be the bottom squares that we would have seen had this not been closed off on us. So how many squares would be shown on the bottom? Well, the same number of squares that would be shown on the top because of how these repeat themselves. So if we can see that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top, then that means there should be 5 blocks showing on the bottom. So 15 plus 15 plus 5, we get 35. Now let's just double check that because I feel like something's wrong with my math. So let me see, isometric. So looking at just the front side, not counting, so just this part, the stuff that's facing forward that we would see from our front view, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks showing from the front. I'm going to double check this. So 7 blocks showing from the front. And then if we were to look at kind of the back view, if I was to turn this thing around without it getting all sorts of crazy on me, that's the hard part, is getting this to tilt upward. Oh, that's close enough. From the back, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the front side and the back side are showing the same amount of blocks from the view that we're looking at. So then, what about from the right side? So we can see on the right side view, we've got 1, 2, oops. Let's see if I can undo that. Okay. Let me go back to my isometric. Oh, that was the one I deleted. So from our right side view, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks showing. And if I was to turn this little guy around here, sure enough, we could see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks showing. And if we were to turn this guy around, it's like the hokey pokey. We got to turn it around. If I was to turn this guy around and look at it from the other side, how many blocks would be showing? Well, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks showing on that side. And then we already saw the top. So I think I might have counted something twice. We already saw from the top that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 showing from the top, and that means the bottom would be the same. So let's double check our math here. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 plus 6 is 12. So we have 14 plus 12. So that makes 26 plus 5 plus 5. So that gives us a total of 36 cubic units, or no, square units, because we're talking area. And so that gives us our surface area for our shape. So I must have missed something somewhere when I was counting things up, and that's probably just because it's hard to turn those around. So when we look here, we should have 36 square units showing. And again, the easier way to count that was, rather than trying to turn everything and move it around and manipulate it so that we could really clearly see it, it was easier to say, all right, whatever's on the front is also on the back, whatever's on the right, it should also be on the left, and whatever's on the top should also be on the bottom. How many blocks are showing?